Yeah, like I was saying, to remind ourselves of where we were at, we are basically trying to figure out why this train vanished. So let's recap. We've already done a few little tasks. We need to find out what the special wagon was carrying. So we've discovered that this train that was coming through down the Nottingham line heading towards London, we were going to get on it at Evesham, just to recap what we were doing. And as it got to about here, in the fog, late in the evening, it vanished. Ooh. Why? We don't know. So we went, got a hotel, came back the next day, asked around at the station, went and looked at the tracks. We found an old bottle and that kind of thing, and there didn't seem to be any footprints around the track, no sign of the train, it's gone. We don't know why or what. Chesterfield reported that the train left the station, but it was a little bit of a messy telegram. We found out that the guy there was drunk, and he doesn't really know the Morse code very well, so yeah, that's probably why that telegram was a mess, but it definitely left according to him. So I don't know whether we believe him yet or not. But also we found out that there, well, just a weird message that was also through was, message to all stations, Mr. Robinson is located at Bridlington Station. He was supposed to be on this train and he wasn't. Him and several other people were told to get off at Bridlington by a rather bossy ticket master. Chesterfield, we don't know if anyone else got on. So something's happened between here that we don't know yet, and then why it vanished, we don't know that either. Mr. Robinson was apparently the guy who ordered a special carriage for his prototype electric generator. And he was probably going to do business with these businessmen who were on there from this company called the Barcazas Company, who were a Chilean sort of, I don't know what they are, just like a Chilean corporation of some kind. So, yes, let's have a look. Can we find, yeah, here we are, Barcazas. So the directors of the Barcazas company remained on the train after the Bridlington station while all of the passengers were removed. Chesterfield station master has been drinking. He was very drunk yesterday, still kind of hungover today. Oh, and in Chesterfield we found tools that had been recently used and they were muddy. No sign of activity around the station. But Mr. Robinson stepped off and was not happy about that because his property carried on London bound, but he was thrown off, saying his ticket was invalid, but he insists it wasn't. He stepped off because he'd received a telegram stating an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, would join him in the waiting hall at Bridlington Station. That was why. And then the train left without him. Was that a diversion or not? Because there was nobody there for him, according to him. The station master's report about the vanished train was full of errors, barely readable. It's hard to understand if he confirmed the train passed through his station or not. And then at Bridlington, there's a rookie station master who just finished his studies. He was taking it all very seriously. And he also was not impressed with the way that the passengers were unceremoniously debarked from the train. And the Evesham station master received the message informing the train's delay due to some issues with passengers at Bridlington station, which we now know about. So yeah, okay, I think we've pretty much covered the recap. Oh, that was our old... We can still check the conclusion for Black Peter. That was the first one we did on Monday. We don't need to look at much of anything else, do we? Okay. Nope. Alright. Let us move on. So, I'm back in Evesham. I think we should probably have a little wander first and see if there's anything new here. Anything in the warehouse? Nothing new here. Engage Witcher vision, nothing there. Can we talk any more to this guy? Or are we done with him?
The entire train has disappeared.
It has.
It's a disaster.
guess not. I really don't think we're going to get anything of interest here anyway, so let's just move on. Let's go back up to Bridlington and let's see what we can figure out there. Oh, let's look at the deductions as well. What do we have so far? We've got a bunch of stuff, but we haven't been forming any deductions yet. So this Chesterfield Station Master is untrustworthy. Links to the Chesterfield telegram. We know why the telegram was weird. So we can either infer that the train did pass through Chesterfield despite being unsure, or the train didn't. It missed Chesterfield. So we'll hold on to that for now. Never mind, I was going to look at other deductions, but whatever. We can do it again. Chileans stayed on the train. Is that related to the special wagon? No. So it vanished with those people on it. So it was an accident. Them staying on the train was a coincidence. The train conductor overlooked them when he was debarking everybody. Not likely, but they were in first class. But then again, so was the other guy. He was called off the train. They wouldn't have taken being, you know, told their tickets were invalid for paying that much money for them, so, don't know. It could be that the directors of the Chilean Barcazas company were intentionally left on the train. The control room removed everybody else except them. Why? We don't know yet. Maybe they were targeting them, or maybe they're in on it. Maybe they all stole a train together. But where did they take it? Who knows? Such mystery. There's nothing in the post bags. Oops. See if we can resume any talk with these guys.
I will not move from here until I receive my refund.
It's a scandal. An absolute outrage.
Okay.
Don't touch anything, please.
Touch, 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 touch.
A telegraph.
Oh, that's right, we've got two forms of vision now. Right bumper gives me Witcher mode, which is like spotting clues. Left bumper is about imagining what might have happened somewhere based on evidence. So I guess we still need to be at Chesterfield. Can't remember exactly what we did on the last stream, like what the end was. I should have gone back and double checked that. I'm pretty sure we were in Chesterfield, we spoke to the station master, found out he was drunk, found the tools. Did we find anything else? There's this weird rickshaw thing here. I mean, I guess it's not a rickshaw, but okay. Nothing in the waiting hall. This is the disgrace of a station master. Ah, we can speak more to him. Right, okay. Yes, why are there dirty shovels in your shed?
You have quite a number of dirty tools lying around here.
Get off my back!
Yes. Well, thank you for reminding me. I should clean them. Although, it might be easier to put them outside. Seems it might start raining soon.
I meant, what were they used for?
Some workers come here and borrowed them from me. They wanted to lift the edge of the railway to one of the stations on the line, so that the water wouldn't come in too close.
Daughter's surgery is finishing, closing up now. Humans need zippers for easy access. Yeah, you could ask them to put one in. What's she gone in for surgery for, Sam? I'm glad fingers crossed it's gone well, but yeah, it's been a few days since we've caught up. What's happened?
Who were these workers?
Well, they didn't seem to be from the company, but they was fine lads. They invited me to share a drink. And whatever it was, it had a kick to it. They wasn't English. No, I don't believe so. But see, they knew just what a man needed to brighten up his dull evening.
So that's where he got all his booze from. Because that was the thing I was wondering. How does this I mean, okay, station masters, they earn a modest wage, I would think, you know. But how does he afford to drink that much wine? Not just there, but there's more out here, if I remember correctly. I'm sure I saw some more. Or is it in the waiting room? That's the mail room. Where's the... Excuse me, Watson. Where's the waiting room? Did I see more in the waiting room, or was it in there? I don't know. They're removing the plates they put in 6 months ago to fix up her knee. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I remember you telling me about that now a while back. So I guess they're taking them out to avoid complications like inflammation and stuff. Well, fingers crossed there's no more complications. Oh, that's all gone well. Ah, there we go. There's the waste bin. Yeah, with tons more bottles in it. So, you know, this lush in here clearly had quite a few drinks. He's also got a bunch of dirty plates lying around. Look at this. And his half-eaten breakfast here. What have we got? Some slices of what looks like, I don't know, Edam cheese or something, or Jarlsberg maybe. A chunk of bread and some slices of ham, probably, or beef. Rare beef. Not a bad breakfast. So those are the dirty tools.
Bags were recently dragged here.
There we go. There's another clue we missed. Okay. We found more bottles.
French wine. A remarkable vintage.
Again.
These bottles are too expensive for a station master's wage.
See, I'm
they
thinking
were
like
likely
Holmes.
taken from the parcels.
Shameful.
So they looted the cargo on the ship. On the train even. I mean, they may have come over on a ship as well. It might have been looted there. Who knows? Knock knee, pretty mild. Normally she wouldn't need more surgery, though sometimes it reoccurs around 12 years old. Ah, okay, yeah. Well, that's it, yeah. I mean, if it's something that's better done when they're young, you know, good to have it done, I suppose. As long as it's not, you know, like why I had surgery on my hand with the broken knuckle, which I've told about before. That being my own stupidity. Oh, that was right as well. There was also pieces of this handcart in here. So maybe the engineers used that. Can we get down on the line? Yes, we can. There's nothing along the actual line itself. No, it just brings this back up. Tells you to travel. So... no, that's the wrong button. Parts of a handcart, no trace of train. Oh! Oh, okay, they do stick together. A fake train experiment. The dismantled handcar seems directly connected to our mystery. Reconstruct the handcar, see if it can imitate a vanished train. Oh, okay, yeah, I forget that you have to sometimes put deductions together to get a new objective if you're stuck. Find out what the special wagon was carrying. Dismantled the handcar, seems directly connected to the mystery. Rightio. Well, let's keep looking around, make sure we don't miss any more clues. I'm still convinced that the Black Peter case, we missed stuff. I'm convinced of it. I'm sure there was extra stuff in there that we didn't find. I want to be very, very diligent. Sherlock Holmes would settle for nothing less than complete diligence in this regard. She also has a flat foot, harder to fix, more painful, longer recovery. This time she was walking the next day. Oh, cool. Have to fix the knee before we know if the flat foot requires surgery or is mild enough for just soles or maybe even nothing. Well, that's it, yeah. I mean, sometimes that can be fixed with like special shoe inlays and stuff, right? But yeah, the knee is clearly going to be the more important one first. Okay, so what have we got here?
I should use the appropriate object here.
Right, so we need to stick everything together. So we've got brakes. Where do they go?
I should use the I should use.
Okay. Suppose we have to put them in.
I should use the
in the right order. Ah, there we go. So there's the gear. What have we got here? The hand mechanism will then go on top. Okay. The brakes could then maybe attach to the wood base. Nope. I guess we'd put the wheels on first.
I should use.
That goes around the other side, but how do I do that? Maybe the brake goes on first.
I should use. I should. I should.
Oh. Oh, we can rotate it. Okay, good, good. That's not listed in the controls up there. That's using the other thumbstick. Right. The brake joint goes there. Well, that's the handcart assembled. There's got to be something else to put in there, right? Oh, wooden boards. Here they are. Got it.
So, now here we have the fake train that we saw approaching Evesham Station last night.
Doesn't look much like a train to me.
Be patient, Watson. I haven't finished yet. Try
Watson,
using
shut
your
up.
imagination. Our train requires only a headlight and a steam whistle.
And we saw those in another station, right?
We need to attach.
Okay, so evidence required. So yeah, we need to go get the steam whistle and a headlight. Oh. Headlight with a dynamo. Good. More wine. And a steam whistle. Okay. This game makes your brain hurt. We're only putting together a little thing. Oh, a long pole. We need that. A fire extinguisher. Oh, yes, to push through the steam whistle. Because there'd be no steam, right? But, you know, steam is just forced air. Let's have a look. Anything else in here that we've missed? Doesn't seem to be.
The long pole is now attached. It will allow us to connect the headlight.
Mm-hmm.
The headlight is attached. The steam whistle is now connected.
Holmes, what can we do to make the steam whistle work?
It is elementary, my
Yes,
dear
my dear
Watson.
Watson.
We shall need a fire extinguisher.
Which I already have. Oh,
The fire extinguisher. Now let us see what we have here.
oh, it's one of the old styles as well with the pump. Oh my god. I'm old enough to still remember those. We had one at our school. And it was out of date, by the way. I'm not saying that was modern technology then. That was just what a school in the north of England had to settle for in Thatcher's regime. Alright. Okay, so that works.
The steam whistle is ready to be used.
Prime the pump and...
Watson,
The
I
Meg
do
is one bad
believe that
move,
we
but
have
still
created an
entertaining.
exact
Yes.
replica of the train that vanished in front of us last night. The criminal mind can be most inventive. I am somewhat in awe.
So such a thing is possible. If someone went to all the trouble of creating this fake
They looked out
train,
on the weather
then
as
it was
well.
surely with the intention of stealing
Oh, he's
the
a good
real
actor.
one.
Ah, Watson, you should not jump to conclusions. In fact, this does not tell us very much at all, except that the train did not evaporate into thin air.
Although you half suspected it.
Huh. At any rate, we now need to find where the real train might be hidden. I suggest we use my archives to find a more detailed map of our surroundings.
Well, I hope that justifies our having to load your massive archive suitcase onto the cab. It made us extremely unpopular with our driver.
Also, I mean, we could have done this before stealing a map of the railway from the waiting room over at Evesham, right?
Holmes, how is it even possible for a train to disappear?
It hasn't disappeared, it's just hidden now, Watson. Do pay attention, sir. Right, let's have a look. So we search the archives for a new map. We also want to find out what that special wagon was carrying, but we're not going to be able to do that until the guy... Well, we already did know that. They said it was his prototype and it was something to do with electricity. I'm assuming it's a generator of some kind. Or maybe a transformer. So, search the old map.
This suitcase contains my archives. We can consult with it if needed. It is fortunate that we took it with us. Now we have two maps. We must combine them properly.
Okay. Oh wow, okay, so there's a lot of this going on here. Well, this looks like this bend
Here
here.
it is.
There it
There
is.
is a side branch to the railway. Its first switch is located between Bridlington and Chesterfield stations.
Ooh.
There is one more station to be visited. It is located between Chesterfield and Evesham, and there should be a side
Hey,
railway
Vaudeville.
to the nearby
How's it
quarry.
going, buddy?
There is a small section of a railway at the end of Evesham station.
I mean, I've played this through almost all the way once before, and yes, this is a good game. I haven't played any of the others, though. I didn't even realise there was one before this, the Last Testament of Sherlock Holmes. So I might get that, and also play that, but The Devil's Daughter I haven't played either, and I didn't finish the last case on this one, but I've played nearly all the others, and it's good. And yeah, I'm doing great, thank you very much. Had a pretty good day so far. Alright, so now we have more maps. Oh wow, we've got a lot of tasks. Find out what the special wagon was carrying, okay. Examine the side branch that begins at the railway switch. Examine the side railway branch that leads to the quarry at the station between Chesterfield and Evesham. Examine the side branch at Evesham. I don't think it's going to be the side branch at Evesham. Because that's after this. We've got so many things to look at. Well, maybe we should also first of all visit this station. If we go on the assumption it passed Chesterfield, But yeah, I do love the fact that you can make wrong deductions still. Oh my god, the first case... I believe the first time I played it, I got this wrong. I'm not sure, but I couldn't remember which solution I picked. And then this time round, I spent nearly 20 minutes debating after the whole evidence collection, debating which way around it could be. It was like, oh, but I want to get it so right. I have to know the truth. That is not where Doncaster is in England. I'm sorry, but Doncaster is in that direction from me. And I am north of all of this. That direction, by the way, is west.
A funny
So
character.
east. That's
He
east.
looks anxious.
No, that's east.
And he is not an Englishman.
Yes. Okay, that guy wasn't English. But there's no need to be a racist about it, Sherlock. Jesus. Spent quite a bit of time agonising about the decisions before you made them in this one. Yeah, I don't remember which solution I picked for this either. I vaguely remember what options I might have, like where the train has gone, but it's been a few years since I played it. But the guy just dropped his cigar, still burning on a wooden floor. What an absolute arse.
This scent is familiar to me, but in order to recognize it, I must combine my associations into one picture.
Okay, so we need to get the hat pieced together first, I guess. That doesn't come together that way, so it must be this way. Okay, the hat's fine. So the mint leaves look like they belong over here. And the smoke belongs down here.
A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. Ricardo.
You already know the name of this man? Holmes, you amaze me.
No, Watson, I refer to
Oh,
the cigar.
Watson.
It is a Ricardo Turrent, a Mexican cigar of an excellent quality. Quite an expensive one, too.
So not Chilean. But that doesn't mean to say the guy smoking it wasn't Chilean. I mean, Mexico probably sends cigars there anyway, right? Okay, anything clue related in here first? Have a look around. Doesn't seem to be. This trunk isn't interesting. That's the way out. Ashtray. Piece of burnt paper.
This ashtray is full of ash and cigar stubs.
That guy's been there a while, huh?
A greenish-brown cigar with a strong aroma, a hint of peppermint. These ashes and cigar stubs are similar to the one that we found on the floor. Some of the stubs were recently smoked. There are others that appear fairly old.
That means that the fellow spent several days here. Judging by his clothes, he's hardly a traveller or a tramp.
Well concluded, my dear fellow. A man who smoked the Ricardo brand of Mexican cigar spent several long days at Doncaster Station.
Those Chilean swine think they can snatch the future of our company from under our noses. We must not allow this to happen. Perhaps the most incriminating part of this has been left unburnt.
Apparently, there was a conflict between the Mexicans and the Chileans.
Interesting.
This ashtray is